Hi everyone, this is Nathan. This is the third video we're doing in kind of the new format. So I hope I hope you like it. If you like this new format, go ahead and let me know and send a message, maybe comment below. But probably we're going to return to the regular format in the next week or two. But for now, in the meantime, we're going to do it a little bit more informal. Okay? So for today's video, we're going to be in, let me check real quick, Luke 10:29. So if you have a Bible, go ahead if you want to press pause on the video and go ahead and find the verse, Luke 10:29, and then you can read it with me. Okay, so I'll be in Luke 10:29. Let's go ahead and read that together. So Luke 10:29, it says, let me go ahead and find it real quick. Luke 10:29, very short. But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" That's it, just that verse. Let's read it again. But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Okay, so the word we're going to use today is the word neighbor. So what is a neighbor? Who is a neighbor? So neighbor, what we can think of in an easy way to understand is if you're living somewhere in your home or an apartment, that neighbor is a person next to you. So that's kind of the literal understanding of who your neighbor is. So in this house, if I look to my right or my left, to the sides of this house, those are my neighbors. Even in the same neighborhood, not necessarily just next to you, but in close proximity, people that are living in your area can also be considered your neighbor. So that's the literal translation. But that gets at the heart of this question from this man asking Jesus. And he's saying, who is my neighbor? Because Jesus just got done saying, you're called to love your neighbor. So instead of just accepting that, instead of just saying, okay, I'm just going to love everybody, this guy wants to know, well, who is my neighbor? If I'm called to love my neighbor, who is my neighbor? Who am I called to love? And it's the whole mindset that we all have of, I want to know exactly what I need to do. When you're taking a test, okay, what kind of pencil do I need to use? What color? What do I need to do to make sure that I get everything right? We want to know the rules because we don't want to, unknowingly be doing something wrong when we didn't realize it was wrong. We want to know exactly what is expected. So this man asks, who is my neighbor? And that's where Jesus, he makes the point that everyone is your neighbor. So no longer just the person living next to you, no longer just the people in your neighborhood, but literally everyone. Okay, so at the heart of Christianity is not just a convenient call to love, but it is an inconvenient and uncomfortable call to love. You are called to love everyone. So how do you do that? It's not easy. How do you love everybody? It sounds impossible. And it is impossible without Jesus. Because our hearts do not naturally move to love everyone, especially those people who have been cruel to us or who have hurt us. Our hearts do not naturally want to love them. Yet Jesus' command stands firm. You need to love them. You are called to love them. So the only way to do that is to submit your life to the will of Jesus, and that includes and that means that Jesus' life is going to begin transforming your heart to reflect Him more than it does yourself. And that comes through time, that comes through prayer, that comes especially through reading His Word. That's why we have this YouTube channel, not just so people can learn more vocabulary and improve their English, but so that they can be in Scripture every day. And I hope that it helps you. I hope that it gets you in the Word. But that is the source. That is your sustenance. That's your bread. And if you eat daily, your body's going to be healthy. If you read the Word daily, if you're in Scripture daily, you are going to be transformed more and more into the likeness of Jesus as opposed to yourself. And Jesus loved the whole world. So if you're not doing those things, it will be impossible for you to love everybody. And you'll get cold, and you'll get frustrated, and you'll get angry that you're expected to do this impossible thing. But Jesus tells us, love your neighbor, and that everyone. So a Christian is called to love everyone, but we can only do that with the help of Jesus by spending time with him in prayer and in the body of the church, but then reading his word, hearing his voice, letting that go into our spirits, transforming us so that we act like Jesus and not like ourselves. Okay? So love your neighbor and pray and ask God to help you to be able to do that, because what an amazing gift it is to the world when we actually love like that. Alright, so that was today's Daily Word video. If you liked the video, if you found it helpful, click the subscribe button or like the video or comment down below. Try to use this word in your daily life, and that'll do it for today's video. We'll see you tomorrow.